Wake up and win the day, the Stoic morning mindset. Marcus Aurelius. The first hour of your day is a lever. Move it, and the whole day moves with it. Get that hour right, and everything downstream bends toward you. Get it wrong, and you spend the rest of the day trying to recover ground you never had to lose. Think about it. How many days have you lost, not to some disaster, but to a groggy, distracted, reactive start you never chose on purpose? So the real question is not how you end your day. It is how you begin it. Nearly 2,000 years ago, an emperor was fighting the same fight you fight this morning. In his private notebook, the one we now call the Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote himself a stern little speech for the moment the blankets felt too good to leave. In the 5th book he admits it plainly. In the morning, when you struggle to get out of bed, tell yourself this: I am rising to do the work of a human being. Why am I complaining, if I am going out to do what I was made for? And earlier, in the 2nd book, he warned himself before he even met the day, that he would run into people who were ungrateful, arrogant, and dishonest, and that he should not be surprised or knocked off balance when he did. The most powerful man in the world rehearsed his mornings. So can you. The first practice. Rise with a reason, not a snooze. The snooze button is a small vote against your own life, cast before you are even awake. Marcus did not lie there bargaining. He named his purpose out loud, then he moved. Give yourself a single sentence to say the instant your eyes open. I am getting up to do the work I was made for. Then put your feet on the floor within 10 seconds, before the negotiation starts. Set the alarm across the room if you must. The point is not to become a machine that never rests. Rest is fine when you choose it. The point is to break the habit of letting comfort make your decisions for you, one small surrender at a time. Because the way you rise is the way you tend to live. Reluctant in the morning, reluctant all day. You are not a body that happens to have a purpose. You are a purpose that happens to have a body. Rise like it. The 2nd practice. Do not touch the phone first. When you reach for the phone before your feet hit the floor, you hand the reins of your mind to strangers. Ads, outrage, other people's crises, all pouring in before you have formed a single thought of your own. Epictetus taught that we are disturbed not by events but by our judgments about them. But when you scroll first, you skip the judgment entirely and simply absorb whatever the feed decides to feel. Give yourself a phone-free first hour, or even a phone-free first 15 minutes. Leave it in another room overnight. Buy a cheap alarm clock so the phone is not your excuse. Let the first voice you hear each day be your own, not an algorithm's. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own, and it shapes the person you become. Where your attention goes, your mind follows. Stop giving it away for free before you are even conscious. The 3rd practice. Preview the day and rehearse the friction. The Stoics called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. Marcus did it in Book 2, bracing for difficult people before breakfast. This is not pessimism. It is armor. Take 2 quiet minutes and walk through your day. Where will it get hard? The tense meeting, the traffic, the person who always interrupts you. Picture it, and decide in advance how the best version of you responds. When the difficulty arrives, it does not ambush you, because you already met it in your mind. Seneca said we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and it is true. But the fix is not to ignore what is coming. The fix is to face it early, on your own terms, while you are calm and clear, so that nothing can shock you into a reaction you would regret. A soldier who has drilled the maneuver does not panic when the moment comes. Neither will you. The 4th practice. Remind yourself what is and is not in your control. This is the hinge of all Stoic thought. Epictetus opens his handbook with it. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Your effort, your attitude, your choices, these are yours. The weather, the traffic, other people's opinions, the outcome, these are not. Each morning, draw that line clearly. Say it plainly. Today I control how I show up. I do not control how it lands. This one distinction dissolves half your anxiety before it forms, because most of what we worry about lives on the far side of that line, in the territory we were never going to govern anyway. Pour your energy where it actually works. Spend nothing on what you cannot move. That is not resignation. That is strategy. The fifth practice. Set one intention rooted in virtue. Not a to-do list. An intention. The Stoics measured a life not by what a man produced but by who he became, guided by four virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. So each morning, choose one. Ask a simple question. Who do I want to be today? Maybe today you need courage for a hard conversation. Maybe justice, to treat someone fairly you have been avoiding. Maybe patience with your kids. Name it, and let it steer your choices when the day gets loud. Tasks tell you what to do. An intention tells you how to be while you do it. You can check every box on your list and still lose the day if you became someone smaller in the process. Anchor to the person, not just the plan. The sixth practice. Greet discomfort on purpose. The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship, choosing small difficulties on purpose so that life's larger ones could not break them. Seneca urged setting aside days to eat little and wear rough clothes, then asking, "Is this the condition I so feared?" You do not need to suffer to prove a point. You need one deliberate hard thing before comfort gets its hooks in you. End your shower with 30 seconds of cold water. Do the hardest task first, before email, before easing in. Take the stairs. Sit with the boredom instead of numbing it. Each small chosen discomfort is a rep for your willpower, and it teaches your nervous system a quiet, powerful truth. You can do hard things, and you will be fine. Comfort is pleasant, but it is a poor teacher. Difficulty, faced on purpose, is how you grow. The morning you least want to do the hard thing is the morning it matters most. The seventh practice. Begin with gratitude for another day you were not promised. Memento mori, remember that you must die, was not morbid to the Stoics. It was the thing that made the day precious. Marcus reminded himself constantly that he could leave life at any moment, and that this was exactly why he should let it shape everything he did. You woke up. That is not guaranteed to anyone, and one morning it will not come. So before the day swallows you, pause. Name 3 things you are grateful for. The breath in your chest. The people still here. The simple fact of another sunrise you get to witness. Gratitude is not soft. It is the clearest possible sight, the recognition that this ordinary morning is a gift borrowed, not owned. Start there, and the small annoyances of the day lose their teeth. So here is your morning, rebuilt. Rise with a reason. Leave the phone alone. Rehearse the friction. Draw the line around what you control. Choose your virtue. Greet one hard thing. Begin with gratitude. None of this takes an hour. It takes intention, and a decision made before the day can make it for you. Marcus Aurelius ran an empire on these ideas, scribbling them to himself in the dark before dawn, and if they could steady the most burdened man alive, they can steady you. Tomorrow, the blankets will feel good again. The phone will glow again. And you will have the same choice he had. Rise, and do the work you were made for. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need more time. You need to begin well. Win the morning, and the day is already yours.